Hey guys, this is Chi Yang, aka Trippy, the one and only. This is another episode of What's on Your Mind Sports Edition. And today we're going to be talking about the wide receiver free agents of the NFL. Duh, obviously. And I'm going to give my opinion on who I think are the top wide receivers to take. And I guess I would say top 5. So I'll name a couple of them, the hot ones on the list. Eric Decker, Hakeem Nicks, Julian Edelman, Anquan Boldin, Golden Tate, Jeremy Maclin, and Riley Cooper. So, let's start off with my number 1. My number 1, Anquan Boldin. It's an obvious pick. Everybody thinks about his age. Throw that out the door, guys. He's proven. Every postseason, the last 4 years, he's been productive. He's been amazing. If you guys have been watching him, and watching the playoffs, and watching the teams he play for, Cardinals, Ravens, Niners, he's proven. He's done it over and over again. Number 1, and then number 1 guy, and then he eventually slid to number 2, only his last year with the Ravens, and also, I guess you can say his last 2 years with the Niners. Proven. Gotta take him number 1. He's not injury prone like everyone. And just the way he plays, he's more durable, more productive, more reliable. Postseason, it's where it counts. He's proven. Really clutch. Number 2. This one's tough because it's between Hakeem Nicks or Jeremy Maclin. But I give the edge to Hakeem Nicks. Due to the fact that they're both injury prone, but Hakeem Nicks has been to 2 Super Bowls and he won one of them. So he's proven. He can do it. He can put up numbers. He can be number 1 right away. Probably not the best option, number 1, but definitely he's a productive guy. Proven. Plug him in. Next guy, obviously I just say he's tied with number 2, but he's number 3, Jeremy Maclin. Why? He's young. His injuries aren't that totally big of an issue. It was mostly just, because of his ACL, he was out for a whole season. Other than that, injuries weren't that bad before. Definitely a guy who's got speed. He's proven he could be a great productive number 2 with a productive number 1 guy. And he can play out. He can play in. And he's proven productive the last 3 years. Bam, put him in. My number 4 guy. This was a little bit harder because this is when you get into guys who, within this free agent list, these guys they're a little bit more either system or, if not system, the way they play it's different. They're either more of a slot receiver, or they play specific roles, and it's a little bit harder, or they're playing with a great quarterback, or etc., etc. But out of Eric Decker, Julian Edelman, Golden Tate, and Riley Cooper, I had to take Riley Cooper. He's proven more. He's played a couple different kind of quarterbacks, known as also he played with Michael Vick. I don't know if he was there with Donovan McNabb, but I think maybe with him. And then this past year, he played with Nick Foles. Definitely a guy who's a good number 2 receiver on the outside, or he can even slide in, play slot. I like what he's been doing the past 4 years of his career. I think he's played more than that, but I've just noticed him the last 4 years. Definitely productive, good player, worth bringing in, plug in right away too. A number 2 receiver or a slot. That's my number 4. Number 5. This one really gets interesting out of this group, but I'm gonna have to say Eric Decker. Eric Decker, why? Because he's been productive, and he's been productive enough with the quarterbacks he's had. And this with Tim Tebow, I don't know all the stats, but from watching, I know he was one of the main guys who, made him name on himself playing with Tim Tebow. Also, when he played with the other quarterback that was there at the time, I forgot his name, but I think he went to the Bears and now he's somewhere else. I think he's in with the Cowboys. But he played that guy too during the Tim Tebow era, you know, he was one of the very most productive wide receivers at that time, and he just needed someone to throw him the ball. And next thing you know, bam, Peyton Manning, bam, he just puts money in the paint dirt. Wow. Anyways, that's my number 5 guy. So the next one, I guess it's between Julian Edelman and Golden Tate. I'm gonna have to give the edge to Julian Edelman, because even though he's also somewhat of a system guy, he's proven that he can be a Wes Walker-like player. And because you can do that, and you can kind of right side, left side, in, out, I mean, what more can you want? But the main thing is, he's a smaller guy. Even though he had 100+ catches, and I think he had a 1,000-yard season, and he had a good amount of touchdowns. I forgot how many it was. Productive. He had Tom Brady to throw him the ball, so that makes a huge difference. But, you know, he did his thing. Proud of him, but definitely more of a system guy in my belief too. And then the last guy, disappointingly, even though he was part of the Super Bowl team, I believe Golden Tate would be the last one on my list of this list that they gave me of hot receivers that I considered that on the top that everybody's gonna look into. Golden Tate. Why? I'm sorry. I watched you out of college. You know, I watched a lot of film on you. I like how you play. I like how a lot of people underestimate you and you had a chip on your shoulder. But overall, I definitely think you're a system guy. You definitely need someone like Sidney Rice, who I love because I'm a Viking fan. He made you 10 times more productive for what his role in the system too. He's probably a system guy too, of what he did for your team when he wasn't hurt, even though he wasn't a part of the whole Super Bowl run team this past year you guys won. But I see that you just clutch and you just make plays when they need to be made, but you're not consistent enough in a game. You're just clutch. And a lot of your teammates, you're just clutch. Except for Sidney Rice. When he was healthy, he's the only real consistent one. So that's my choices, and feel free to comment below. And I want to hear what you guys got to say. And to the next episode, peace.